Hello, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast reading. Now, I have two exciting things to share with you today. The first thing is that I got a brand new tarot deck. It's the giant Rider Waite Tarot deck, and that's what I'm going to be reading with today. And then the other thing I want to tell you about is that I just created a brand new tarot course. It's called A Date with Your Tarot Deck. It's a 4-week tarot course, and it's brand new. I've never run this course before, and I'm so excited to share it with you. It's basically for readers of all levels who want to connect powerfully with their decks so that giving a reading feels like having a conversation with the universe. So doors won't open for another week, so I haven't opened registration yet, but I'm just letting you know so you can keep a lookout for when that course drops. I'll do a video about it and post it when I open the doors. So I hope you can join me. Okay, so let's dive into the reading. So I have 3 cards here. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week, and my intention is always the same. It's to get new ideas, insights, inspiration for the week ahead. Now, because these cards are so huge, they don't really fit on my stand very well. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune for the beginning of the week. Now, this is an interesting way to start the week. The Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, so there is this kind of archetypal energy with the Wheel of Fortune. And the idea behind the Wheel of Fortune is that change is constant. So there's always going to be ups and downs in life. There's moments of plenty and there's moments of lack. There's moments of sadness, moments of joy. The world is always turning and nothing stays the same forever. And the secret that the Wheel of Fortune kind of whispers in your ear is that if you allow yourself to be in the center, if you allow yourself to be centered within yourself, you can withstand all that change a lot better. If you're not centered and you're kind of on the edge of the wheel, you feel that round and around and up and down motion much more strongly. It's going to be more exciting if you like thrills. If you like roller coasters, it's going to feel more exciting, but you're going to feel like you're being pulled this way and that way. So the wisdom of the Wheel of Fortune, it's saying beginning of the week, it could go either way. Things could go either way, beginning of the week. But what's for sure is that the more centered you are, the better your week is going to be. And in fact, even if challenges arise, or even if, frustrations happen or disappointments happen, if you're centered within yourself, they won't necessarily feel like a big deal. And yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. Although I actually feel like I feel more of a positive vibe with this card. I don't feel like it's representing challenges ahead. I think the Wheel of Fortune is also a symbol of luck, which I love. So I think we're starting the week off on kind of a lucky note, but it's saying don't get too caught up in the dramas of day-to-day life. Observe them, enjoy them from afar, but don't get too involved in them. It's that saying, it makes me think of that phrase, be in the world, not of the world. Okay, let's have a look at the second card here. I'm actually going to put this card down. We'll get to it. Okay, so Justice. Justice is my least favorite card of all the cards in the tarot deck. And I'm just going to pause here to sit with Justice and see what she's trying to tell me. I'm going to take a sip of tea, but I want you to tell me in the comments, what is your least favorite tarot card? If you could pick one card that you don't necessarily hate it. Like, I don't hate Justice. I just find her hard to read. I find this card really hard to connect with. So while I sip my tea, let me know in the comment section, what is your least favorite tarot card? Okay. So we have Lady Justice for the middle of the week, so Wednesday, Thursday-ish. And actually this kind of makes sense next to the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the message of the Wheel of Fortune was very sensible for us. It's like, you know, be centered within yourself. Don't get too caught up in the day-to-day dramas. And Justice kind of has a similar message. So Justice is saying, keep a good head on your shoulders. Be discerning. Don't get seduced by stories and narratives and flashy things. Keep a good head on your shoulders. And it's important, I think, to be able to look at people and situations and just see them as they are without putting the rose-colored glasses on, without putting a filter over things, without trying to make excuses for things, just being able to look at a situation and see the facts. That's what's going to help you. I feel like Lady Justice has this almost a methodical, bare bones approach to doing things this week, and that's really going to serve you. So it makes me think of making a list, getting things done, focusing on what's important. Don't get distracted by all the million little things that are trying to distract you. Now, a couple of things with her. She's holding some scales. I mean, this is about, you know, balance. This is a symbol of balance, weighing the pros and cons. But I love that she's holding this sword, and that sword is a symbol of clearing a path, cutting away the dead brush, you know, clearing a path, getting to the heart of the matter. And also notice that the Sphinx in the Wheel of Fortune is also holding a sword. So we have that symbol being repeated for us. So let's have a look at the third card and see what that card has to say. Okay. All right. So here we have Queen of Swords. I'm just going to, there we go. Ah, beautiful. Okay, Queen of Swords. I mean, Queen of Swords, look at her holding that sword. Like, this is crazy. She's basically Lady Justice, essentially. And these two have a similar personality. They're both no fuss, no muss kind of personalities. They're serious in a way. They're sensible. They're very sharp. They have a sharp wit. They have a keen ability to observe things and see things as they are. Like, they see through illusions. When you meet someone and if they put on false airs and try to present themselves a certain way, Lady Justice and Queen of Swords can just see through that right away. They can see something as it is. And yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the Queen of Swords means for us. So I just think it's so wild that we have the Sphinx, Lady Justice, and Queen of Swords. They're all holding that sword straight up, except for this one's kind of at an angle, but that's kind of wild. Like, that's a huge coincidence. So what does that mean? What does that sword mean? So I want to ask you, because we may all look at this symbol a little bit differently. So when you sit with that symbol of the sword, what comes to mind for you? What does it represent for you? And feel free to type it in the chat or in the comments. So for me, like I already said with Justice, I feel like this is about clearing a path, getting to the heart of the matter. I also feel like it makes me think of a thermometer with the Queen of Swords. It's like she's taking the temperature of the air. It's like she's taking the temperature to get a feel for what's going on, what's the temperature like, and that's going to allow her to make good decisions and act. She's sort of surveying the scene, kind of getting a lay of the land before taking action. So that's actually what I get with these two, is it is about thinking before you act, thinking before you speak, you know, thinking before you make a decision, really putting thought and planning into things this week. This isn't a week to just jump in and be silly. As much as I would like it to be, it's not. It's a week of really kind of focusing. Both Queen of Swords and Justice are women of focus. These women can really focus on something, and they're good at again, like getting to the heart of the matter and seeing what's really important. And I feel like that is what's needed this week. There's a real sense of clearing out that's needed this week, clearing the clutter, whether that's mental clutter, physical clutter, emotional clutter, spiritual clutter. It's about kind of clearing away that so that it doesn't distract us and tie us down, so that we can move forward and focus on the things that really, really matter. Another thing I'll say with these three cards is there's a certain directness with all of them, but particularly Justice and Queen of Swords. There's a certain directness here. And what I'm getting is you want to be very clear in your communications this week. Regardless of who you're communicating with, you want to be direct. This isn't a week to sugarcoat things or beat around the bush or be wordy. Like when it comes to writing emails or texts, see if you can say less. Like just say what's necessary. Strip away all the other nonsense and just, write clearly and cleanly. So that's one thing I'm getting from these ladies. I also feel like these are very unemotional cards. Like I'm not getting a lot of feeling with any of these cards. And it feels like this is a week to really lean into our mental capacities, our ability to focus, our ability to put things in perspective. There's not a lot of feeling with these cards, not a lot of emotion. And I'm going to make a prediction that next week there will be. Probably. Next week, I bet there's going to be a lot of cups. just a prediction. Okay. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I want to say. I think I've said it all. So I will turn it over to you, and feel free to add your own 2 cents in the comment section. If there's something you want to add or share, feel free to do so. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. I post these every week, so make sure that you like and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about tarot card reading, you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link below. And stay tuned for my announcement when I open the doors for my new tarot class. All right, so have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week.